Allora, mm, mentre in questi giorni ho fatto, vabbè, tutte le varie daily per quanto riguarda Genshin e ho sbloccato altre PC quest. Quindi tipo avremo forse questa o in base a quanto sono veloci o altre live appunto per, ehm, per finirle tutte prima di andare avanti effettivamente. Che se all'effettivo. Ah, qua ho lasciato cattura lo schermo, non cattura gioco. E fa sto lavoro qua, vediamo un po'. Essere specifica. Genshin. Mm, forse era questo il motivo per cui non me lo faceva. Forse perché non è a finestra. Mm, perché poi non è la stessa cosa. Ora qualsiasi schermata ferma in te. Già, no, lo prende. No, con il Genshin non funziona. Faccio. Ci ho provato. Fine. Ecco perché forse non l'avevo mai utilizzato. Allora, andiamo di quest. Vediamo un po' da quale possiamo iniziare. Beh, possiamo in teoria dovrei, a parte questa, che non posso farla perché è collegata a una di queste qua sopra, possiamo iniziare tranquillamente, ma anche da quella più vicina, tipo questa. Vai all'arca delle perle. Ah, la nave. Oddio. Ah, no, c'è il traghettatore, quello a terra che mi ci porta. Ora vado a beccare, eh? No, no. Un baule, va bene. Comune, però sempre baule. Se era di qua. Questa forse. No, perché nessuno è interagibile, essendo che appunto non hanno il nome. Oddio, qual era? Posso sfidarlo, ma non ancora. No, questo non è il tipo... Ecco. Lui non è... No, quello che so io alle occhiali. Vabbè. Perché è una menata arrivarci in volo. Quella è la cosa. Però so che c'è il tipello che mi ci porta. Non è che mi dici... Incredibile. Proprietario? Ah, no, fedele. Ok. Bravo che mi vendesse delle armi, non dico, almeno quelle... Sa che era dall'altra parte? Popporoppo. Quando cerchi un NPC particolare, di sicuro non lo troverai mai più. Una volta l'ho visto e basta. Tendo. Cheat. Se sono abbastanza veloci le facciamo tutte. Era uno con comunque un vestito del genere. Lascia in pace. Mi tiro un po' le balle, tranquillo. Non è... E niente, ci andrà in volo, pace. Siamo da qua, che tiro dritto così almeno. Arrivo qua. Poi domani cioè, si riattivano i boss. Errore alato. Battaglia. Il maledetto lupo. Poi vabbè. Terrore alato e il lupo sono una cazzata da fare. Anche se il lupo... Cioè... terrore alato puoi decidere te il livello a cui affrontarlo. Il lupo va per il livello del mondo. Che poi non capisco neanche perché sia affrontabile come gli altri. Il lupo. Essendo che ti segue comunque le regole del mondo. Potevano farlo che era affrontabile, tipo, mi dai comunque un cooldown alto, ma non di un... Madonna, ho preso lo spigolo. Lo so, Paimon, tranquilla. Volevo arrivare qua io. E... Comunque il cooldown è troppo lungo. Poi non so se sono io sfigato, ma tipo non mi hanno mai... E non mi o hanno abbassato tipo tantissimo il rate, i pezzi per fare le armi, per craftare le armi. Cioè io mi ricordo che col vecchio account ero riuscito a mazzarle delle armi, fatte in quella maniera, ma con questo account non ne ho beccata una. Forse la prima, basta. Ah, per quanto riguarda il vigore ci arrivo tranquillamente. È un po' chi è il volto familiare. Ah, è Zongli, ok. No, no, no. No, devo ripartire adesso. La devo mirare meglio. Poi è dritto così. Io speravo in un gradino. E dai. Masso giro. Ha! Tutti archeologi. Archeologi.
Oh, I didn't think I would see you here.
Tu che cazzo ci
Are
fai?
these two your friends?
Yes, we had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a knowledgeable and talented pair, and a pleasure to be around. Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis.
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some of his erroneous views.
Cazzo stai dicendo? È lui in verità.
We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
The first Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early today. Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed down For example, perhaps the Chising who control the Liyue use it in...
No. My research at Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. That is, that the Lord of Geo used this original Mora as a
Dagger and a sword?
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal this.
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword.
Questo è interessante, mi piace
But
come
Mora and
storia.
money came about simply
E
because
questa è una di quelle che non ho mai
measure
fatto,
of the
quindi...
contract's value.
Memoria del denaro si crea semplicemente in quanto metodo utile per rispecchiare il valore di un
Rex
contratto.
Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst for people to exchange and trade. The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand, lacks any evidence. How can you so easily dismiss the Lord of Geo's profound foresight?
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating a fact.
Enough. Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. But discussion is...
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model home he used to teach them was...
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant if not because of the mystical power that Mora contains?
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora?
Oh.
Yeah. Pregato.
I mean, I am talking about Rex Lapis.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat? I mean, if it's okay with you.
Secondo me ora li chiede, ma lei è...
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us?
Of course. They can come if that's what...
Quello che applaude in sottofondo mi dà veramente fastidio. Eccolo.
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of anger. Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Beh, gli altri studiosi effettivamente che idolatrano Rex Lapis dovrebbero aver risposto sì, tutti gli dei uccisi dall'Archon di Geo erano malvagi, è per quello che lui li ha uccisi.
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt. The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god, but she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to assassinate her.
What? No way!
Disgamo, Paimon.
this bit of history is a long story.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already...
No, it's...
Fatui.
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you. So you're
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise...
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply...
The Fatui say that every...
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see it. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be shared with the ministry. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount to hire...
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes? Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man.
Wait, if you were studying archaeology, can I go too?
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although...
This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent.
Oh, what talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely find a way to...
Hey, Paimon's good at that
Well, that is quite enticing. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, perhaps something of interest was washed ashore. An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of...
Ah, già. Perché qua non c'è un waypoint? Perché mi hai fatto venire qua? Oh. Ah.
This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything
Huh?
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary.
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be. If you wish to learn, legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapons?
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone but due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater and years. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyan Stone Forest.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was...
Indeed. This is most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the...
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll... I mean, rich with archaeological knowledge and historical value.
Posso ucciderlo.
Well, since we brought so many people,
Peccato non
I
è quel
think it
tipo
would
di
be best
gioco.
to split up and...
Okay then. I will go with my friend here. Although I...
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so...
I get it.
Okay. If we find... The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search
Là.
much easier.
Tombole.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
Pazziti. Dai. C'è una cosa che non sopporto di Genshin, è il congelamento. Queste... Dov'è l'altra? Mi servono.
Here you are.
Oh.
Body and mind. Rain outlines your fate.
No.
Time to act.
Why are there enemies here?
Manichina è estremamente
Guyan
usato.
Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Come può vedere? Pochi, no, visione non usi di più. Molto di più. No, questo qua è il modificatore parametrico, le cose, questa che ce l'ho in addosso, niente di interessevole. Dovrei in teoria andare all'interno poi della casa e iniziare a sistemare la roba.
Here you are. The brat.
Però oggi è domenica, effettivamente dovevo farmi sul veloce adesso. Che ho i domini tutti aperti per i talenti e le armi. In teoria io dovrei potenziare un bordello razor. Oh, buono, una maschera di secondo. Bello.
These things useful?
No, non è il core lapis. Sacco grezzo. Faccio il giro. Sì. Come hanno fatto a targettarmi? Ah!
Gathering together here. But why?
Perché questi ci sono?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. The hydromonic monsters. I have a contract and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic.
Here you are. I didn't
Ma
foresee this.
Daviti. Ma sono dei treni. Cioè, guarda quanti anni fanno. Stai scherzando? Corizza.
It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology?
We all have our areas of expertise.
Oh, stop arguing!
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the... She left me to rely solely on guessing, I mean, experience, to find anything valuable to take back.
I've just been researching the God of Salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth.
I mean, isn't measuring their value in Mora the...
Now, calm down. No need... Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore. The stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint or...
Quick, give it! At least we didn't come for... Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough...
So, it's only valuable for research if there are
Not at all. My quest will uncover the history of the God of Salt, but you're just trying to use archaeology...
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
Oh, by the way, you
Oh? Why is
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber.
Ah, I see.
See? You do want to sell these objects!
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? All right then. No need to stay here any longer.
Io più che altro sono curioso di sapere appunto la storia, quella là. Oh, è qua giù. Però prima vado a curare. Ah, ma Salterre è praticamente vicino al... a Mondstadt. Ah, che infatti qua è chiuso per... Mi si apre qua adesso? Può essere? Bene, infatti qua sa che io non ci sono sceso, eh?
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the God of Salt's people. Therefore...
According to legend, the people of the God of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous life, but this legend has been around for ages, with the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area.
Oh, that's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean...
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to this. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the God of... I don't know, there's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure the God of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer.
This doesn't sound like something the...
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the God of Salt...
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's a...
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us.
This seal seems to be quite ancient.
I may know something about...
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although there... Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan...
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says...
Ah, là. Cazzo c'entra, minchia, è lontanissimo. Facciamo fuori questo. No, dico... Questi... In effetti. L'avevo visti l'altra volta ma non sapevo come potessero essere collegati. No? Sì, forse.
Here it
Tutta
is.
roba.
There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember when I investigated the seal last time. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments?
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
To the north, to the east, do the people of
I think I've...
Certainly you have. And to provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by at that time, with the chaotic fires of war, and that haven she eventually found is right here.
How sad then.
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west.
No.
With this clue, you should be able to solve the puzzle.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
Wow, due.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time.
Di brigata anch'io sono curioso adesso.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between...
Okay.
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we ought to show my sincerity. I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between...
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity.
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the
I don't agree either. He will only defile the...
Well then, if the contract is... You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever...
You have the audacity to demand this.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, if we discover the truth behind the God of Salt...
I can accept... Well then.
alcuni slime. Un slime, tante pietre diverse, un sacco di piante. Però niente di che. Serve geo. Però il geo mi verrà dato da Zongli, quindi io di sicuro userò. Oh, quanto l'ho
Osmanthus
desiderato
wine
Zongli.
tastes the same as I remember.
Bella. Molto bella. Noblesse, ok.
Are these statues?
No. These are people. They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Qua c'è un porto, qua c'è la voce. Non da qua. È bellissimo. Ah, ecco perché geo.
Solidify! Gather!
Look at this. It's filled.
Just looks like a fancy salt holder.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only...
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount in...
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt.
Finally. After all that effort, I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000
Hey, how can you use a...
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will be...
Of course, as we agreed.
Since we have a contract...
Then let's move on, shall we?
In effetti. Sta pregando. Infatti anche questi sono...
Solidify! This is order.
Attivissimo.
Stabilize.
Per...
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth anything.
This, if I remember correctly...
Indeed. But the god of... When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt. Much like... The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear.
What? That's even better than the salt chalice!
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler...
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this and this girl has been useless!
Oh boy. Here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanism... Let's not forget who hired who here. What?
Because you agreed to a... Rex Lapis once said, ones who...
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya.
will suffer the wrath of the rock.
Solidify! Stabilize! Prepare yourself. Order guide you.
Basta.
I shall confiscate your treasure as you are not worthy to continue any...
Oh, darn you! Just you wait.
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for so long. Hey, Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon doesn't do bad things.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, when people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able? I think we should be honest.
Huh? Be honest?
That in truth, not a single member of this...
What?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. You aren't interested in archaeology or... I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between...
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it, the people of Liyue very seldom use the name Morax.
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. We hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after all. So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has... We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli?
Naturally, of course. But I must come with me. All the...
Allora. Cioè, non mi sembra che Zhongli sia uno che ammazza a sangue freddo, ecco. Dio. Era per avere un bauletto. No. No, cazzo, non mi posso muovere senza Zhongli. Stai scherzando? Fammelo curare. Sbagliato. Il nemico non c'è più. Che ha fatto? Ah, posso... Perfetto, sapevo. Ah, ancora io.
No, my sword!
This is order.
Ah, li ha proprio pietrificati. Spada.
This is a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves the power of this sword surely is much greater than if we can repair the sword, then we can show the...
It does.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure.
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true.
Zhongli. She seems like a good person.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, no matter what. I must be, even if it breaks the contract.
So you are already decided?
Zhongli.
That is to say, you can...
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to protect her people. Punish me however you want. Just let me...
No, you can't hit her.
Perhaps that punishment would be as
Huh? The truth? You mean...
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the... Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie, but Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, however, during such a long war, there is no... After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her land.
No.
In her last days, she had not even a single...
Not even a single blade?
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead...
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true!
As I said before...
Preposterous! You are...
Hey! Come back!
Indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin.
C'è ancora qualcos'altro? Ah, vedo quello che si
Are
vede.
these statue thingies
A porco.
running? What will we find ahead?
Un forziere.
Salt. And betrayal.
Ehi Zongli. C'è qua già questo. Guarda in basso.
What are all these? What did they see? What?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then.
Vale. Vale. Anche vedere se c'è qualcosa di interessevole. No. Da qua è scoppiato qualcosa. È uccisa. È stata uccisa da certisti fedeli. No, che tristezza.
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, the Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat,
Ok.
But what about
no matter how weak the god, the power that flows from those who could not flee, those of her people who were untouched by this disaster, their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them, so they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, but they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never...
This must be a lie. Don't you dare try to shake my faith!
Yikes. Zhongli?
This is the price she must pay. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognize... Indeed. In ages past, Havria's story, faith in a god who has already passed will do you. So it is for Havria. And so it is for... All right then. Now,
Huh?
treading old ground. One cannot help but be
Ma continuo questa. Forse con P. Sì. Guerra, foresta, in pietra e parla con... Ah, da qua. Ok, già pensavo che dovevo... Perché appunto esiste una seconda quest di zombie. Quindi per un attimo ho pensato che, ok, continua con la seconda quest. Però... Minchia, sei proprio in cima, Zangri. Ancora. Che ho fatto?
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of the Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals. And Havria's time was even further in the past. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a home. I ended an era with my own two hands. History records, but history may be changed. I need to find a better way of recording history. Stone carvings were one such ancient method. But unchanging stone?
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Tevat. Now then, it is time.
Why do we...
As I said before, this includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folktales remain. Osial, you and I were foes. But our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now.
È triste mentre lo racconto.
May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
A me è piaciuta. Confronto alle altre è molto più... Cioè l'ho trovata molto molto più interessante. 300, amici, mancano veramente tante. 300 sono due. Vabbè. Prossima. Vabbè, abbiamo fatto Liyue. Facciamo un monster. Tanto poi saranno tutti di Liyue. Quindi andiamo da Jin, che ora dovrebbe toccare a lei. E poi Jin a me interessa come PG perché, cioè di gameplay, perché appunto Q è un healer da auto-attack. Molto meglio di Barbara, che anche lei lo fa, però più... che mi piace molto di più, anche come che ha caricato altro.
Thank you for coming on such short notice, Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with. I have been meaning to have a word with you if the occasion presented itself, but as you know, I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the Lawrence clan having close dealings with
The Fatui? Again? But...
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of Decarabian was lost once again.
The
as slavery
Caribbean
spread
è
throughout. The first Dandelion
era il
Knight,
vecchio
Vanessa,
arco.
spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system and established the Knights of Favonius, leading Mondstadt to become the city that you see today. The aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were...
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the we've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences. But it's no matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant, but if the investigation were to come, all of our past efforts would have been wasted. You are in fact the best candidate to but you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. You are a traveler from a distant land. Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence...
Whoa! Leave it to Master...
Perhaps such plans have The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found... It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to it. Thanks again for your help. If you run into any snags along...
Le onde danzanti non torneranno mai al mare. Quello dell'Asfrotelo. Cerca l'ex membro dell'aristocrazia nella città. Ma è un fallito. Non si vede dalla faccia.
Hello!
Hello? What's wrong? Did you just say what's wrong? Huh. And I suppose you think that you can... Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of...
In former times, when people knew their place and respected, and neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping. But look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the wayside. What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility? I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood, just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, strive to save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners on... Now I have more pressing matters to attend to.
So this is what Master Gene meant by difficult to get along with.
Questo non è difficile andarci d'accordo. Questo è un deficiente che va solo sbattuto in cella e va. Ma se solo ucciderlo oppure imprigionarlo, dai, è facile.
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight, I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must...
Master Gene tasked us with a special assignment, but things seemed...
No need to get down on yourself. You just have to keep at it and never give up. Hey.
Master Gene asked us to... But it turns out that he's a peculiar...
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners. I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time.
You mean
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan. My good...
Buddy?
Eula?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan,
Eula
but she's
fa parte
also
di
captain of
Mondstadt?
the Knights of Favonia's fourth
Pensavo di
company.
no.
Eula is special. She's not quite like the other member. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rule. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan...
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan is frowned upon the fact that Eula joined. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family. She's very easy to get along with. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning.
Thanks, Amber.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate.
Quando c'è una scena così vuol dire che qualcuno ci sta
Nice to
osservando.
have a member of the Lawrence.
Un po'.
Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members? The Fatui? What are they doing here? Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here? Let's fight first and talk later.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. I miscalculated. This must counterattack. Finally, some quiet.
Rain outlines your fate. Motion to compel. Yikes!
Here you are.
Boom. Che è sta cosa fighissima? Va bene. Easy.
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
What?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Sorry.
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of
Arch enemies? Wait a minute.
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort two strangers guilty of stealing my targets, which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette.
I understand now. That's my uncle, all right.
Cosa? Così? Te butto. Sei
But
sfigata,
why do you mean to
ragazza.
investigate him? I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of Old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me?
No.
Another transgression to avenge.
Palla che Dio santo.
But didn't you see him first? Oh.
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then we'll—
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people. We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment—
Però aspetta, io ho la missione. Capitolo stesso. No, aspettate, forse ho capito. Ok, la sua mi sembrava strano, perché Gin in verità l'ho fatta. Pensavo di star facendo una di Gin, invece no, è sua. Ok, ora sì, ho detto minchia, si collegano. Meishu. C'è una quest con... No!
Ah, you finally arrived. There's no time to—
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise...
So that's still— Don't worry. There's a time and place for exacting—
you need to be in the right mood.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if I wanted to be— Who knows how long it will be before I get—
Well, if you...
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worthy of vengeance. But you needn't worry. At least, not whilst we're If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such investigation will— But if he did commit a wrongful act, then I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very—
Oh, Paimon's already learned some unique Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Oddio! No, dai, stupendissima questa.
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan!
No, I've no need to trouble myself with some— For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend."
Dio santo.
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party with whom— Morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value. Yet— Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone—
But didn't you just say—
Yes, I did. But you must know, in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only— It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So, another thing to remember, however, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them. This is only the first step in making a greeting.
Faceva prima prenderlo di peso, interrogarlo e basta.
Wait. Perhaps it would be better—
Very well. Come with.
Ah, ecco qual era la quest, l'arcon di Mondstadt. La faccio perché dovrebbe essere tipo come Daisy. Come Daisy. Questa è Baldrac qua. Sì. Ora devo tornare lassù. Sbagliato. Dai! Easy.
Everything we have is a blessing.
Norman.
Oh, you.
You there, lowly laborer. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility.
Huh?
Hold on. Whenever a dispute arises. Got it.
Is everyone from the Lawrence... The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just beat it. Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too close. That's all I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we...
Hey! Don't leave! Halt!
Wow. The Lawrence name.
Never mind him. I could have...
Pover. Ma c'è... Leno.
You there, lowly toy. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by... Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom... right. I mustn't look... Fine.
Hey, stop bothering me or else I might say so. And again, I've got no words for any...
Again? What's with this attitude?
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding... I'll remember your unwill...
E vabbè.
You there, lowly...
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answers... I mean, seriously, can't you just take a...
Please calm down. We don't want...
I know she's a knight of Favonius, and that the knights wouldn't misplay. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still and if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just...
But mark my words, this
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here, I may be no match for you, but I'll be sure to logic him. I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here, if you don't want things to get...
Forget it.
Lei fa parte
It's
con...
alright. This happens quite often.
Paimon actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us.
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Even three... Don't worry. What with me being a knight of Favonius, perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today. But
So this is the way things are normally for you?
that's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made. As memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults. At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family. I have.
Yeah! Why were you so willing?
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not. Let's leave it at. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those
No need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing gets in our way, right? Right? We'll just have to roll. Let's just keep Eula from getting anywhere.
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. A proper manner of speech, but we must also practice your. I have a very effective way of training for this.
Ah, picco del drago, ma stai scherzando? Perché tutte le quest devono portarmi a picco del drago? Ecco perché ce l'hanno messo.
What the? What kind of injurious weather is this? It's cold. Achoo!
It's so...
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, for example, you can see that part of the path up, but a well-trained aristocrat would not.
Paimon thinks we've left compared to what we've already seen. This should be a piece of cake. Paimon thinks so too.
You look all right. Let's get started. Remember, you must be graceful.
Parti a atterrare e scaraventare. Stai scherzando. Che è successo? Porco.
Not bad. A lot. Don't. This scenario was relatively simple. There's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions. My family set only the. Let's proceed.
Me lo sto congelando e poi ho visto un... No, non sto ancora congelando.
Body and mind.
No, l'ho visto.
It's
vabbè.
time to act.
This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly. You failed this time. What a shame.
Ma è
But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Flicker. Deflect.
fatica.
Well done. Your performance, and you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragon spines, given such an outstanding performance.
Like Paimon said. So, that's it for our train.
Hold on. I was commending the Traveler's performance.
What? You mean...
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Hey! That's not true!
Whatever the reason, not heeding my instructions. Now.
Huh? What is it?
Certainly not. Didn't you just say that you were freezing?
Oh,
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned... So, dear friend...
Paimon knew something was off!
All in the name of vengeance. No need. Now then, given that you're training, I already have something in mind. Let's...
Che fatica.
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary...
We meet again, Amber!
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter.
Very well. It's been some time. Come, take a seat. We can...
Yes? Is there something else you'd like?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleischmis...
Coming right up. It'll take some time.
Hold on a moment. Is this sad?
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw...
So, we clearly didn't order this. Yet you prepared it with...
You're gonna take with...
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I am.
Almeno qualcuno.
Well then...
Delicious unauthorized delicacy.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut?
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my...
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. I guess it's become less... Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it gebratenes Fleisch mit Vengeance ever since. Ugh.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood, Of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts
It's fine when you're just joking between us, but I'm afraid our honor... Eula's always talking about vengeance, but that's just how...
But I am serious, and I'll remember every transgression committed against me.
Paimon's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good person. There's no need to be so awkward when you want to say something.
Listen, you've never...
What?
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. It's impossible for me. All right, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Oh, I'm...
No need. I've left the Mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, she won't Don't underestimate my ability to exact All right, next you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a small camp at the top of the mountain near I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. Ah, yes. Please do remember.
I still have more recon to do in the
Let's meet again. What?
Here, the Gabratinus. And by the way, don't worry too much when Eula says strange.
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of it, but she seemed to get along fine.
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly. They are unable to see past her family. Therefore, they don't. So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips the meaning of anything she tries to accomplish.
How come you're able to see Eula different?
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caught many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the entrance of the Knights of Favonius head.
Whoa!
That's right. So you can imagine how. But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, they were, in the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonius. And in the eyes of the Lawrence clan, she's a disgrace to her family. But she simply fulfills her duty as a knight, silently helping. People like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. She could stand. I believe a day will.
Once everything's settled, we should go talk to Eula again.
I'm glad. I think. Take care. Please.
Veramente triste sta storia. Qua. Veramente triste, triste. Comunque sì, faccio questa e poi penso che farò... acquisterò 2 sfere. Così almeno faccio un roll in live e basta.
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid myself of you two. A few humble words, huh? Yes, that sounds... Very well. I'm certainly not one to be narrow-minded.
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of himself.
It appears I have misjudged you. Supreme brilliance. Impressive. My intentions were to test your humility.
Oh, so he was testing us.
Your conduct is satisfactory. If I may ask, from whence did you learn such a civilized manner of speech? Ah, good. Very good. You are bright, and compared with the
By the way, we brought a gift. Paimon.
Could this be? It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. It's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty... yeah.
Now even Paimon's...
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must certainly... wait, so you've come to know of this, too? It was meant to be a family Well, considering your meticulous etiquette, please, come with me. We happen to be in need to see some... friends from a distant land.
So he trusts us solely based on your etiquette.
Well then, let's...
Do you think his friends are the Fatui? Things will get sticky if the Fatui happen to recognize you. What should we do?
Il Crio, ma penso che il Crio sarà Eula, quindi... Sono convintissimo.
Huh? Why have you put on a mask all of a sudden? Even if they are powerful, our status is much higher than theirs in the land of Mondstadt, and therefore we shouldn't allow them to admire our...
Good thinking. Paimon thought for sure they'd recognize...
Let's proceed, shall we? As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and does not suit the tastes of the nobility, we simply have to make do for now.
Sorry, can we walk any faster?
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps. Moving hurriedly is unacceptable.
As expected, it's the Fatui!
As expected?
Because we always see them around the city. They must be very powerful.
Huh. Nothing more than foreign ruffians with power and the ability to flaunt it. But
Yeah.
they are favorable business partners.
Hold it right there. Who's this?
If you really must know, they're my guests. If you happen to offend...
But this matter is of utmost secrecy. We must...
You dare question the ways of a nobleman? I don't...
No need to sound all high and... Fine.
You guys, they don't dare to question you.
Of course, that is the benefit of prestige. In past times, it would be a dire offense to speak to a nobleman in such a manner. We could determine a person's fate with the
Lì
blink
la
of an
strada
eye.
continua comunque.
And such glory will return to me again before long.
Where have I seen this person before? And who, may I ask, is this?
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are
Our plans are strictly confidential. Furthermore, there's been word that an outlaw...
Don't be ridiculous. Besides, my guest is the Knights of Favonius.
And what about...
Enough! You dare question my word? Need I remind you who it is who has made your activity in Mon... Without the support of the Lawrence clan, you must immediately offer your
Fine. I'll take your word. Now, to the matter at hand. Did you...
Oh, so that's what's...
Yes, of course.
Let me see. What?
Excuse me? I'll have you know that that shape...
I see.
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what we agreed upon. The rights to that building, as well as the whole...
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. We will make good use of the intent.
Don't worry, this matter is only between you and I. Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke... Perfect.
May I remind you once again that we mustn't act.
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
That's right! It's the Honorary Knight and their trusty companion, Paimon! We're here to crush your evil...
So this was all just a ploy?
It's your own fault! Who would put so much
After so much planning, this is how it ends? Huh? We'll see about that!
Just as I expected. I knew I should have... No matter. We already have the intel.
Prendasciole.
running off in different directions!
Però, prima... Ah, ne ho pochi. Ne ho pochi. Ne ho molti pochi. Ah!
Paimon remembers that this place is a dead end. Let's take care of the Fatui first and then deal with Shearers later. Incinerate!
Stay on right. Killjoy! We
Within the wall. Witness the power of Gawak. Rain outlines your fate.
You can't run! Welcome to Killjoy! We've only just begun. I miscalculated.
Motion to compel!
Let's end this quickly!
Eccola.
Is that Eula?
Don't touch me! Get out of...
It seems we finally caught up with you. Oh, it's you. It seems you're investigating.
Aha! I see now. So you're the one that taught. Furthermore, there is a rule in our family. Such tradition...
Ah, yes. Rings a bell. So what?
You have brought shame to our family and ruined...
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you were well aware that it was not the right thing to do.
Knight of Favonius? Let's get one thing straight. I am your uncle, and you are a member of the Lawrence clan. You should strive to restore your... You still have a chance. Defeat then I shall plead with the family to spare you, and...
So just to be clear, you want a Knight of Favonius to attack the Knights of Favonius?
I shall say this one last time. The blood of the Lawrence clan flows in your veins. You must comply with...
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the...
Why, you unruly maid!
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. As a member of the Lawrence clan, you knowingly plotted against the city of Mondstadt and threatened it. Had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make, trying to keep the plan—
You dare lecture me?
That's right. In the name of the family that you so deep— I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. And I've never— But I am capable of discerning right from wrong. The Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you've
Oh, the disgrace of it all!
Things are starting to get pretty hysterical.
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. Given that you've already taken action, I assume you've come across some conclusive evidence?
Paimon took a peek at their diagram. Your uncle had mapped out all of the knights.
And there was me thinking that he was just another elder of the family. Let's discuss this later.
Già.
More speed.
Vediamola, dai. Armi. Canzone silvestre. Ok. Madonna, quante robe! Oh! Manufatto. Noblesse. Ogni volta che come non so, i danni fisici aumentano. Riduce TDR. Aumenta i talenti. Attacco base. Colpisce rapidamente con la sua claim, infliggendo danni da crio. Quando colpisce una nave ottiene un accumulo di cortettro. Per un massimo di 2 accumuli. Ogni accumulo aumenta la resistenza di interruzione e difesa di Eula. Minchia quanto roba. È lo stesso di coso di Luke. $20.000 HP, wow.
They're here! Stop them!
Crush! Shudder! More speed.
This is trouble.
Ok.
More speed.
More speed.
Beg for mercy.
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Eye for an eye. Rack and ruin. Crush.
Ovviamente ci sarà.
Let us cross swords. Shudder.
Che palle.
Blood of frost. Crush.
Right there.
Shudder.
Ok, sì, con lui bisogna fare così.
Beg for mercy.
Ora lo so.
Send this quickly.
Yes, I got
Yeah.
my comeuppance. Boom! I object. Body and mind.
Attivazione da 800.
Shudder. Crush. Eye for an eye. I condemn you.
Ah, ok, alla terza attivazione.
Beg for mercy.
That's where they put the diagram!
I guess there's no other option but to fight. You dare provoke me! The two come forth and dispose of them! So soon.
Rack and ruin.
No escape.
Crush. I'll be back.
Ai.
Vengeance.
Can't run from I must counterattack.
Flicker. Scatter.
I must collect myself. This is trouble. That's it to work. Death. Finally.
Fammi recuperare la mappa.
This must be it. But without my uncle as their puppet.
The Fatui wouldn't have relied only...
True. But if their plan had hinged purely on taking Mondstadt, the Fatui are dishonest, but they wouldn't go as far as to start an open war. Their opposition... Anyway, I'll inform the acting Grandmaster.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, about that. Because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui I came to exact my vengeance. You tried to do my job for me, and I'm here to...
Finally, after in reality, you sensed that you were worried about us.
My purpose was vengeance. You don't look too bright. And mark my words, I'll...
Hey! What do you mean?
You have seeded a even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never...
Bring it on!
I like...
Sure! Well...
That you will. And
Vabbè, niente che... Negozio. Sì, ne compro 2. Dai. Pronti? Vediamo un po'. Teoria. Teoria. Next try. Barbara. Allora, vediamo un po'. 5. Allora, facciamo così. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 51, 2, 53. Siamo vicini al PT. Cioè, siamo vicini al soft PT, ma non al PT.
I keep watch. You leave?
Scusa, Barbara, quanto ce l'ho adesso? C3. Se la trovo C4.
You call me.
E vabbè, dai. Ce l'abbiamo fatta, abbiamo fatto 2 queste. Quella di Zongli mi è piaciuta molto. Veramente molto. Quella di Eula è un casino da stare dietro con i discorsi della nobiltà di qua di là. Però vabbè, dai. Allora. Andiamo di nuovo da Shidan, che in caso. Quindi, noi ci vediamo domani sera con Hogwarts alle ore 22, dove saremo in compagnia di Miss. E vi invito appunto a lasciare un follow al canale se non l'avete piaciuta, un follow al canale Instagram, alla pagina Instagram, non canale, la pagina Instagram per rimanere aggiornati appunto su aggiornamenti, orari delle live, programmazione e quant'altro. E di iscrivervi al canale YouTube così almeno vi recuperate la live se ve la siete persi. Quindi, buonanotte a tutti e alla prossima. Bye bye.